Hello, welcome to the vMix Funtime Live Show. It's November 2025. We've just scraped it in. It's like, what is it, the 27th today? So we've managed to just beat it for the end of the month. We thought that we would have nothing to talk about today, but we've tried to scrape the bottom of the barrel for all the things that we could think of to talk about. If you've got anything that you want to say, please let us know, and then we can talk about that, because we kind of don't have a great deal of things to talk about, but we are here to live stream and have a chat. So take it away, Heath.
Indeed.
Go! vMix 29 updates. Get them while they fresh.
Okay, so the key things to be aware of are that in the last couple of weeks we have released a few vMix dot updates. So I think it was 29.0.0.38 that introduced a new change to the way that the Zoom plugin works in vMix. And this is in readiness for some changes that Zoom will be making. Got an interruption going on here. Just getting an update on our 3D print. Oh, it's getting close. Great. Okay, we will get back to that a little bit later. Okay, so back to the Zoom thing. So the Zoom will be implementing a new change that means that if you enter a Zoom meeting as a guest, you still need to be logged into Zoom in your Zoom account. And so historically you didn't have to do that with vMix, but with the .38 update, you do need to do that. So please make sure that you update so that you're fulfilling the requirements for Zoom come early next year when it kicks in. The other change is really recent, and it's for the .40 update, and it is to fix a bit of a quirk or a bug that is in Adobe Premiere Pro, and the way that it sources the codec that it uses for certain video file types, and in this case it's the vMix AVI file. We found that there were very rare instances where videos recorded in vMix AVI were erroring out in Adobe Premiere Pro because it was calling on a different codec. It wasn't finding a compatible codec for some reason. So we've actually updated the vMix AVI codec that runs in Windows. And so when you do the update of vMix this time around, you're going to get a fresh codec that has a tweak in it so that Premiere Pro doesn't trip up on those videos. So if you've had any issues with Premiere Pro files in the past, now is the time to do an update, because you can actually retroactively fix those issues. So yeah, hopefully that will be helpful to some people. And for the Zoom one, we're sorry that you now need to sign in, but it is just to make sure that we fulfill those requirements.
Yeah, this is a Zoom-led thing. So yeah, unfortunately, they asked for us to put it in as soon as possible.
Yep.
So that's now what you have to do.
It's that time of the year, sales and bargains are here.
Sales. We don't have any sales because that's not really what we do. But we do, it's that time of the year. So somebody's going to have to explain to me, sit me down one day and explain to me why Australia has Black Friday sales. Because the premise of it being the day after Thanksgiving in America and everybody goes shopping and starts Christmas shopping, which I think is what it was all about. You go and line up at the local shop and get a TV that's been marked up and then marked half price or something, and then you fight people for stuff. That's what I think Black Friday is, but I'm just not sure why Australia does it. And I don't even understand why Black Friday sales are now 2 months prior to the end of November. So anyway, that's just my little bit of a rant about sales. So it is a great time if you're in the market for buying things, especially like consumer type stuff like laptops and various other things. So if you've been putting it off, now's a good time moving into the end of the year if you want to get yourself a good laptop and things. We usually buy things from B&H. So Heath's going to throw up some good things here that you might want to consider. Firstly, we have the actual vMix Sapphire. Is that what it's called? Sapphire.
Yep.
reference system here, the F16 laptop. It's $1299.99 US, and you can get these shipped to Australia if you are watching us from Australia, which is what we did. And basically, you'll get this quicker than if you bought it from JB Hi-Fi or something.
It's crazy how quickly B&H can ship things to us.
B&H ship things very quickly. You do pay the duties and taxes up front. That's what we do. But it still comes in cheaper than buying it in Australia pretty much. But this is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, definitely.
$1,300 for a Thunderbolt laptop. Pretty solid.
great.
If you don't particularly like that style of a laptop, you could go for the G16. It's a little bit more expensive, and I'm assuming a little bit more on the premium side of things, but it still has the 275HX with a 5060 and 32 gig of RAM. It has a 1 terabyte hard drive as well. So that's a good option if you like the look and feel of something a little bit more premium for this Black Friday. This is the Gigabyte 16-inch Aorus Elite. Again, this is a little bit more expensive. I get a feeling that these might be a little bit more lightweight. They might not be. I might just be making that up. This one has a 5070 though, but it's again another solid option. So kind of looking at about 1,300 up to 1,779.99 for your savings.
And another one that I just stumbled across while we were hunting was the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i. And it is a slight lift again, but it comes with 2 pretty large solid state drives. It's got 32 gig of RAM, which is going to be handy if you're doing some light replay, although we don't really recommend replay on laptops generally, but this is a pretty powerful machine, so your mileage may vary. And it's got a 5070 Ti in it, so it had a pretty good saving as well. So just a bunch of laptops that we noticed were a really good deal.
The reason I didn't recommend this one
yes,
was because we've had reports that Lenovo, I think it's Lenovo, somebody is not doing any sort of advanced Optimus and Mux switches and stuff anymore. I went to the product page of those laptops and there was 0 references to advanced Optimus or a Mux switch, which was a concern for me.
Good pickup.
So
okay.
I would say
my bad.
I'd say they'd have them, but
Yeah.
I went through all of the product specs and stuff and there was just no mention of it anymore, which was a bit concerned. And I think that it lined up with what somebody said from Lenovo. Was that somebody else?
Something was coming down the track, but I didn't know whether it was coming in this series or next.
Yeah, so it could very well have a Mux switch or advanced Optimus, but I couldn't find anything on my quick search yesterday.
Let's pretend that I put that up just for that reason, so that you can be very careful about making sure that you do have a Mux switch. And if you don't know what a Mux switch is, go and check by Googling it or asking ChatGPT or something like that. Maybe don't do that. Anyway, back to the list. So the next one was just the OBSBot Tail Air 2. This is still a fairly pricey, if you're thinking of it like a webcam, it's certainly pricey, but for a completely wireless, battery powered PTZ camera, it is a very unique offering, and it's got a slight discount at the moment. So if it's something that you've been needing to have complete mobility in a camera that you can just grab and pop somewhere for a particular show, this might be handy to you. It is very niche, but it was discounted. And then finally, just our classic bit of a favorite, the Stream Deck 15 button MK2.
Buy one of them, buy 10 of them. You're bound to be able to use them for vMix or anything else you want to use, Companion. So that's always a good one. $109.99, that's a pretty good deal for the Mark II. So I don't know whether there's an option for... the white one's on special as well.
The white one was $10 more.
Oof.
So it's up to you. If you're into that, if you're into the white ones, then if it goes with your desk setup or something like that, then great. Spend the $10.
We bought the scissor button one.
Yeah.
It's not that much better.
No,
it's like $150.
I was expecting it to perform better, like you could press in all the corners and really have good travel on it and all of that, so that you felt really safe with your button presses. But I actually think the standard Stream Deck, sorry, we've got one here, I keep looking at it. I think the standard Stream Decks have a pretty good button press already. So yeah, we stand by them. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Your button don't work. Speaking of
okay, you keep
Stream
talking.
Deck,
You keep
Heath's
talking.
button stopped working.
Just as we mentioned it, hey, I think I might have bumped it in a way that might mean that,
None of it works.
well, that would be a shame, but what we're going to do is just kick off by doing some of these bad boys.
The
More of
manual.
a fan of a stuffier approach of two guys just sitting on stools with a black backdrop, being really serious about products and that. And you may have come to the wrong place.
There's a quiet in the studio after.
I don't know, some people will fill up their entire bowl with milk. That's a soup.
Okay.
People like me will just pour a little bit on top. That is not a soup. Wow, new stinger transition.
Incredible.
Is saying, feels like watching a repeat. We demand new features. LOL. Well,
I think that means lots of love, doesn't it?
so... I think it's some trigger code word I'm saying that
Let these memories fade. But every beat of every show is still replayed.
hang on. I think there's a bee in here. Sorry about that. Things are a little bit disorganized when it's just me here in the studio. But hey, it's back.
No matter where I'm heading or what I chase.
The Pacific is clearly the second best ocean after Billy Ocean. Sorry, everybody. My opinions are not valid. And thanks for watching. And this question is from Tim, who is the vMix Employee of the Month, August 2017, but not since for some reason. I give that question a silver medal.
Actually, yep. Sorry, we've had a recount, and Iceland has now been awarded the 12 points from vMix.
I try to fade out, but something stays. The echoes linger.
An excellent option. An excellent option, hey? Don't you reckon?
You pull me back like gravity. Every frame, every laugh, every small heartbeat. I fall into the rhythm of how it's always been. This live show pulls me back
Very good. Nottingham represent. Nice.
It was always going to happen.
Well, okay. Who's gonna go?
You can.
I will.
I'll
You-
stick around.
you
So,
stick around.
we apparently have a very important package or parcel arriving for somebody here. Coffee's always the answer.
Very tickly.
Love
Happy
it.
10
There
years.
you go. Happy 10 years.
Happy 10 years. Woo.
We did it.
It's the end of the first 10 years.
Congratulations. You've done it.
I did it.
You
I did it.
Well done.
I did it. Oh dear. Oh, I hope this is as entertaining to you as it is to Tim.
As far as this goes, you know, thanks for watching. We hope to do live streams again in the future.
Thanks again, and keep on vMixing.
10 years.
There you go.
Heath did it. Congratulations, Heath. You did it.
I did it.
It's been a wild ride, that's for sure, from the corridors and hallways of our office 10 years ago. And terrible focus on cameras and terrible green screening and terrible audio and many other terrible things that we managed to do over the last few years. But it's been a while, so we just thought we would put together a montage of the last 10 years or so of all the things that we've been doing here at the vMix Fun Time live show.
I'd love to know in the comments whether any of you remember any of those really, really old shows from the early days?
I don't think there'd be too many people.
You don't
that have
reckon
ever
too
watched
many
those.
people that will have watched them?
I don't know how many we actually.
All 9 viewers, including like
Yeah,
your
I don't know
mum?
how many we were watching live. No, I don't think my mum's ever watched the live show.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how many people used to tune in. I could probably find out, but we originally did it to Twitch. Was the very first live stream,
Wow.
which is quite funny. 10 years ago,
There you go.
and then eventually switched to YouTube. I think probably 6 months in or a few months in after we realised how much better it was than all the other platforms, in our opinion. So never really had any issues with it. I think we've had a few. I think we killed a stream once or twice where we just tried to do something really, really dumb. Or we're running like an alpha of something and just totally fried the computer or just overloaded a laptop or something. But yeah.
There you go. Okay. Hang on. Back to the printer. Oh, it looks like it's done. I am going to head down.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, do you want to explain? Can I leave this with you?
Oh, okay. Is that an overlay?
That is an overlay. Yes.
Okay. We have on the website, on our forums, we usually post that we're doing a live stream, and so we wanted to have a chart because we didn't have any content for this month, so we wanted to make a poll. So Heath claims that this poll here is a live poll from the website, and it's currently updating. So we asked everybody what their favorite pie was, and currently we've got a 4-way tie for first place. So we have the raspberry pie, the pecan pie, depending on how you say that, I guess. The pie, the number pie, and the deep dish pizza as the tied. So everybody's tied. So that's pretty cool. Let me just remove that now. The fun thing about doing the live show, and Heath decided to grab the Stream Deck while talking about it, was that he pulled the USB cable. So then when he tried to go to the next segment, it didn't work. So just a fun, warm tip from Tim: make sure that you don't go grabbing your controller devices while you're in the middle of a live stream, because that could potentially end poorly. So yeah, don't go grabbing your controller.
Yeah. It turns out a little risky. All right, our 3D print is done. So we started a 3D print before the show, and it finished a little earlier than I anticipated. So yes, but here it is. Just gonna take off these weird side panels, and I'll show it to you. This is it here. I might be able to show you a bit closer. Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can get an angle that'll show it. There we go. Look at that. It's pretty cool. So what this is a lithograph. You heard of a lithograph before?
I have. Shine some light behind it.
Let me do it. Let me do that right now. I've got my torch here. Oh gee, this doesn't work well at all, does it?
No. Did you test this?
No, because we 3D printed it for the show, so it doesn't really work very well with a camera. So there you go. But this
Do you want me to switch the light off?
This is based on. No, I think that'll make it worse. It'll blow it out even more.
Okay.
This is based on one of our mousepad designs. This one here. Ta-da! Obviously, this is a little bit more colourful, but we thought we'd have a bit of fun with our 3D printer and print a lithograph. I really should have done a test print or something to see how the light behind it worked, but it does look cool when you light it up from behind. It doesn't look as cool right now in a camera because of exposure challenges. But anyway, it was worth a shot. It was fun. I had fun with it. So. Yeah, it's deserved. All right. Okay, let's go to our last segment. Let's do a little bit of training, hey?
It's vMix tips and tricks. vMix tips and tricks.
All right. Welcome to class. We're gonna very quickly have a look at something that I did with our GT title today that might interest you guys. So this is the GT title here. And you note the shimmer that occurs over the top of the lettering, just there. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go to the laptop and take a quick look. So here we are in the vMix interface, and I've got my title right here, and I can access the title by going down to the hamburger menu and going to GT Title Designer. From here I can go up, and because I've used the title recently, it's going to be at the top in my recent. Here it is here, and the title is really basic. It's made up of just 4 elements. The first element is I'll just remove all of these so that we can go piece by piece. The first element is just a basic rectangle that I've tilted and applied some radius corners and a bit of shadow effect. So that's pretty straightforward. And if you're not sure how to do that, we've got some great training videos on all of that. The next layer that I'll show you is the writing. So that's this here. And it's actually 3D text. And so as 3D text, it's got a slight depth to it. So if I go to format here, you can see that the text, if I select it, has a depth of 3. And I wanted to give it a bit more 3D, and typically it would look like this if I did, but I didn't want it in blue like the color of my title. I wanted it in black because I thought that'd be a bit punchier. So I made it nice and thin, and then I duplicated it and gave it a black copy that gives me a nice punchy background, a nice punchy 3-dimensional effect. And then the secret sauce, the bit that is probably most interesting, is this here, which is a rectangle off to the right-hand side that if I move it across, if I reveal it and move it across, you can see that it is applying that shimmer effect. And the way that works, if I move it up here, is it's using a mask. It's an effect mask. So if I turn the mask off, this is what my rectangle actually looks like. And the way that I've made this rectangle is I just dragged a rectangle onto the canvas and then colored it with a gradient. This is the gradient here, and here's how I've applied the gradient. The gradient goes from fully transparent, which is this here, you can see it's got a transparent color, right to fully transparent, and then I have a patch here that is semi-transparent, and then fully transparent, semi-transparent, and fully transparent again. And that you can see running across the length of this is the gradient that's being applied. And you can see that I've put it on a slight angle. So that's what's going on there. And then using that mask so that as it flies across my text, it only reveals on the written text, I simply go to Effects, go to Mask, and apply it to the blue text, which is this one down here. So now it is just showing on my text, and I get that cool shimmer effect. The last piece of the puzzle is to make it fly across, and so if I go to Animations, I've set this to fly and to travel from left to right, and on transition out, I've repeated that same process, and if I hit play, you'll be able to see that shimmer across. It's a little quick to show you, but you can see it as it shimmers back, as it returns to its original position. So yeah, I just thought it would be helpful for you guys to see that and see it in action just one more time. We'll pop it up here, and we will send it away. So if you ever need to apply some sort of shimmer effect or a black 3-dimensional effect, then there's a couple of cool ways to be doing that. Hopefully you found that helpful, and you might be able to use it in a future production. All right, I think we are ready for Q&A. So let's do that.
It's time for Q&A.
Very festive or very something. Me and a pumpkin. So professional. So professional.
Profreshional.
Professional. Indeed, yes. vMix Profreshional.
So these are comments on the intro video
Yes.
where we use terrible AI music to create intro and outro. things.
If you're watching this after the live show, you will have missed the pre-show that we always have before our show to make sure that we've got everything set up right, and we give a little bit of a
Questions like this
gift.
that we don't answer because it's
That is a
mystery.
good question. That is a very good question. That was part of our intro video as well.
Otis loves dope beats.
There we go.
Thank you.
It seems like there's been a bit of love for that song.
There's a bit of a concern here.
Oh, yes.
vMix 29 is not okay, is very problem.
All right. Well, we need to hear from you. If you're having issues with vMix 29, definitely reach out to us at support@vmix.com.
Yep, so that's the thing. If you ever have any problems with vMix, just contact us. There might be a problem, there might not be. We might be able to put you in the right direction, or if we need to fix something, we can fix it.
Yep.
So a lot of times you see people on the interwebs saying that they have a problem with something, but they don't reach out. Feel free to reach out to us.
Can you link me to how to connect Zoom to vMix? So we have 2 training videos. One of them will get you up and running really fast. I think it's about 5 minutes long. And the other one goes for about 15 minutes, if I can remember rightly. They will explain exactly how to connect Zoom to vMix.
Unfortunately, Adam, the best hands in the business do not go on sale. We might actually charge more during this sale period.
I do a replay on a laptop, single camera, record, stream, playlist, no issue. That's awesome, Kevin. Like I said, your mileage may vary with using replay on laptops, and as laptops get more and more powerful, that's great. The thing that we are always cautious about with laptops, though, is their cooling is never as good as a desktop PC can be. And so at times, if you run for long periods of time, the CPU might start to get pretty hot. And if it throttles down, that's when you get yourself in a bit of strife. So just always be mindful. Thanks, Heath, for the many years of being incognito as Martin. Yes, you are welcome. You are very welcome. Happy 10th anniversary. I go back to 2017. There you go. Oh, great. That is longer than me. Oh, the memories.
Oh,
the memories. You might be surprised how many of us have watched the show over the 10 years. There you go. Yes. Yeah, well, I hope that reminded you of some of the old videos. And the old times, the good old times.
Yes. Hopefully it's not as warm in Victoria as it is at the moment.
Whatever happened to perpetual green screen backgrounds in our videos?
Oh. I've always hated them.
No, you're not a fan. Printing an all-terrain mousepad. Yes, you raise a very good point. So one of the things that the guys in the office were joking about was this is a textured mousepad, a 3-dimensionally textured mousepad. What an idea, huh? Yeah. What a great idea for a product. I'm sure your mouse will love it. Is the STL available for us?
Yeah. Isn't an STL a 3D print file?
Oh, for this. That's a good question, and I've no idea whether we would share this. I mean, it's our work, it's our stuff, so we could if you like. Are you okay with it?
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Okay, to be continued.
To answer this question, you can build your own vMix UI. There's an open API, so you can totally simplify it with a giant screen with 3 things that they could click on. There's no sort of automated way to do that in vMix, but you can simply create your own. All you need to do is use the API, and you can use a local link. Just click on it and it'll do something. So plenty of people do that. There's a lot of pieces of software and hardware out there that use vMix in the background that don't ever let you know. So that's an option for you.
Check out our forums. There's a section called third-party software or something. Sorry if I get that slightly wrong. And in there, you're going to find a bunch of products that people have created over the years that work really nicely with vMix. Some of them maybe not so nicely. It's up to each individual.
Like your thoughts on this?
Heath, what are your thoughts on the Lakers' early season success? I don't even know if this is a trick question. Is it a trick question?
It's a very, very simple question.
Well, my thoughts are basketball. There you go.
Just one?
Basketball.
There you go. Thank you
Yes.
we have an insider at the Lakers
Yes.
who asks us
Always appreciate
question, and lets us know what's happening in the organization. So I think they beat the Clippers, I'm guessing,
Okay.
this evening or last night. So that's exciting.
Well, congratulations, Lakers.
Yes, congratulations. And to all those that celebrated the Dodgers World Series, congratulations to you also. There you go.
Okay, what new features of XXIX are you most thankful for? And also, vMix is not very problem. Oh,
Come
thank
on,
you.
Doc. You know better than that.
Thank you. What new features of vMix are you most thankful for? So new features of vMix are you're gonna keep hearing this, but OMT is probably the most valuable thing for sharing video around from vMix to vMix, and we have a lot of vMix instances, as you can imagine, here in the office. So moving video about it is just a little bit more seamless with OMT. So yeah. I also heart vMix.
Do you? There you go. This is a common question we get about keyframes for vMix GT Designer. There's no immediate plans for it. The whole the drive behind the GT titles was to make it simple, like PowerPoint for your titles. But yeah, we've had a lot of people ask about keyframes and things like that. It wasn't really designed for it. Unfortunately, people have not unfortunately, but people have taken the GT titles and run with them and created these really insane productions and overlays for their shows and stuff. But sort of outside what we thought the capacity of the GT titles were. So yeah, there's no real plans to do it. There are plenty of high-end options for creating keyframes and timed things. But yeah, unfortunately, no immediate plans for that in vMix. Apparently it is cold at the moment in Victoria.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be quite nice.
We had a good weather chat before the show. Have we spoken about it in the main show? It is going to be hot here. It probably already is very hot
It's supposed to be 35 today, and officially a heat wave where we are.
When do we get 16 overlay channels? Yeah, I demand it. So I don't know what you guys are using 8 overlay channels for, to be completely honest. So you've got layers, and layers are really good for setting up your scenes and having all of your different components. But what are you actually using your 8 overlays for? I'd love to hear that. Avoid Roman numerals for 30.
Well, maybe we could just tack it on the
Thank
end
you.
Tack it on the end
Thank
of
you.
vMix, so it's VMIXXXX. However that is.
Well, if we were an Apple product, we would have skipped 29 and gone straight to vMix. What is it? XXX. Yeah. So yes, which I don't think anyone should go with any product followed by XXX. Just saying. All right, let's go OMT.
Another important question. Here's one for you.
Heath, what are your thoughts on the Blue Jays signing starting pitcher Dylan Cease for 7 years today? Wow. Yes, indeed. My thoughts are baseball.
Oh, you got that right. You got pitcher, Blue Jays, and you pieced it together. Very proud of you. Well done. Well done.
Yep. Yeah. Does vMix have any plans to implement SEI timecode syncing for different video feeds such as SRT? At this stage, no. There's no plans to do timecode stuff. Sorry. It is very tricky with Windows, so. What are your thoughts on the Boston Red Sox? Oh man, I feel like I'm getting very tested here. What are your thoughts?
Baseball
No, no, no.
hour live stream.
As soon as I read Sox, I'm going to go to baseball, but what are your thoughts?
You're right.
On the Boston Red Sox?
No, I would just go. You're batting 100, so just keep going. You're totally on the ball here. All right, just this Lakers insider peppering you today. Absolutely peppering
Heath should guest appear on First Take with these thoughts. They are. I know they're hot takes, aren't they?
We've had a million of these questions regarding full screen outputs. I've been meaning to comment on the YouTube commenting on this comment, but I haven't done it. Now the reason, there's technical limitations for trying to send 3 live video outputs that could potentially be totally different, but also the same. So sending it out across 3 GPU outputs is very, very hard to do, and you're going to see drop frames on that third one. it's just technically very difficult. So people are like, oh, it's easy. We've got 6 outputs on my graphics card. I want to be able to send 6 real-time live outputs with no frame drops. Perfect. In sync. So it's a huge technical limitation in sort of problems with doing that with software. So that's the reason why. If people are happy to have terrible drop frames, then we might consider it in the future. But at the moment, it's just technically an issue. So that's the reasoning.
Look, I've only watched little tiny clips of the. It's hard because we say Savannah bananas.
No,
but it's wrong, isn't it? It's
no,
got to
no,
be pronounced
it's always
Savannah,
Savannah.
banana.
It's always
Because it
Savannah
can't be
banana.
Savannah banana. No, I'm never going to say that.
That's how
So
we would pronounce it.
But I'm trapped.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. No, I actually watched the live stream of them. Unfortunately, I've had issues with audio and things. I don't know with their productions and stuff, but it's a very interesting take on baseball and everything. So they don't use vMix for their streams. Let's finish off with one exciting positive one.
Congrats on the 10 years. Oh, that is positive. Yes. Yes.
So I think that's about it.
You
It's
did
getting
it.
late.
Genuinely.
You did it.
You did it.
I don't know whether I've been on every.
You probably have been on. Well, you've been on most shows. There have been ones where Martin and I have gone solo without. Well, gone duo without you. But
I think I might have
you
called
were on
in
the first
at
one, weren't
most
you?
most of the time.
You were on the first show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, genuinely 10 years. Congrats.
It's been a while.
Big congrats. Well
Been a
done. All right.
All right,
Let's
that-
bring it back
that'll-
here.
that'll do us.
Any changes in the pie chart vote?
No.
Oh, no, I'm not sure there have been. It's been a very even vote. Very, very even vote. There you go. No standouts. Very interesting.
Yep. So we'll continue the conversations in the post show. If you're watching us on YouTube after the fact, feel free to join us live sometime when we randomly post a day that we're going to start streaming. We occasionally have giveaways and that type of thing live. So thanks for joining us. It's a little bit over 10 years, so I think September. So we're kind of a little bit late on that, but thanks for joining us over the years.
And we look forward to many, many more, I imagine. See ya.
Thanks for watching. We gotta go. This has been the vMix Fun Time Live Show.